Welcome to BaseballGuys.com. I'm your host here on a Friday, Ray Flowers. Find or fraud? That's what people are still asking about Sam Fuld of the Rays. I guess I'm going to have to say fraud at this point, though, with the caveat. Here's the situation with Fuld. He'll never hit for power. He's only got one home run on the year. He's only got one RBI in the last 6 games. He has no chance of even probably reaching double digits in the home run category, so you have to put that out of your mind. Clearly, he's not going to be a big run producer either because of that, but you take the good with the bad. Can Fuld give you a good batting average? I think that's quite possible. He could hit maybe 280. I'm not certain of that, though. I'm just saying that's possible. So again, a little bit of concern with the batting average. He's only got one hit in his last 4 games as that average starts to tank and dip toward 300, and believe me, it'll finish well below that. The real question with Fuld is, what is he going to do on the base paths? Some people look at him, they see the 10 steals, and they think, wow, this guy's going to be spectacular. He's going to steal 40 bases this year. Maybe he will. At the same time, the last 5 seasons, not once has he stolen more than 25 bases. Hard for me to think that now he's in the big leagues, he's going to be able to exceed that by 75%. In addition, in the last 13 games, he's only had 2 of them where he's stolen a base. I think now is the time to trade Fuld if you still have the opportunity to. AL-only leaguers, sure, he's great, hold on to him. Mixed leaguers, April's probably going to be the best thing you get out of Sam Fuld. Travis Hafner. Yeah, here we go again with Travis Hafner. It's not the shoulder that's been such a problem for him in recent seasons. Now it's the ankle. He's having tests run. Everyone believes it's a minor injury, but he's going to miss time in the lineup again on Friday, and that's the situation with Hafner. He just can't stay in the lineup no matter how productive he is swinging the bat. Since 2007, he hasn't appeared in 20 games. He hasn't had 20 home runs. He hasn't had 55 RBIs, folks. He hasn't been an effective weapon in the fantasy game since 2007. I know he started great. I know there's all kinds of excitement around him. But as a DH-only player at this point, I say you sell high on Travis Hafner. Maybe he has those 20 home runs. Maybe he knocks in a bunch of runs. But I certainly would not be counting on it given his recent history. Chris Coghlan, his shoulder is okay. That's the good news. The bad news is he'll miss Friday's action. He hopes to return on Saturday to the outfield for the Marlins. And here, what do you do with Chris Coghlan? This is the question I keep getting. It's much like Logan Morrison. Chris Coghlan's a very good baseball player. I have no doubt whatsoever that he will be a productive member of that outfield, productive hitter probably for the next decade plus. He will have a long and successful career, but that doesn't make him a good fantasy option. He'll be lucky to hit 15 home runs. I know he's already gone deep 4 times, but this is not a guy with a power bat. Again, 15 home runs is probably the ceiling, even with his hot start this season. Is he going to steal bases? He's not really going to do that either. Maybe 10, maybe 12 to 15 if he really runs wild. So if we're talking about a player who's going to struggle to reach 15 homers, a guy who's going to struggle to reach 10 home runs, why would you really want him or have to have him as your starter in your outfield? I can see playing him as like your 5th guy in a deep mixed league. That makes some sense. He could hit 300. At the same time, a little bit of a soft skill set. I just don't see the upside here with Coghlan. He has 16 RBIs in 22 games, but he's not going to knock in 100 runs from the top of the order. Be wary about overestimating his importance. Very good baseball player, so-so fantasy option. Crawford, spectacular baseball player, spectacular fantasy option. Total disaster in both areas thus far this year. He's not even playing on Friday as the Red Sox give him some time on the bench. Now, what do you do with Crawford? At this point, I don't think you can trade him. He has been so bad, and this will go down as the worst month of his career. You can't trade him because you're going to get nothing in return. You've got to hold on to him. History says he's going to be good. Now, he's going to have to come back super heavy strong here to reach any of the numbers he's posted in the recent years because he has been so dreadful in the month of April. But take this to heart. The last 6 healthy seasons that he's had, he has never failed to hit 296. He's never failed to have 11 home runs. He's never failed to score 89 runs or to steal 46 bases. Those are the worst totals he's posted his last 6 full seasons. I keep telling you, hope I'm right, but I keep telling you, he's going to have a furious finish as long as he can stay healthy. I still say now is the time to buy low on Crawford. And then finally, 2 pitchers to deal with. Kind of guys at the end of a rotation, guys you don't really count on, but you're kind of hoping to get something from. Mike McCarthy and Erik Bedard. Now, Mike McCarthy started out very well. 3 straight quality starts there for the A's. Last time on the hill, bad work. 7 runs, 5 1/3 innings. He gave up 14 hits in that outing. Flip it over to Erik Bedard. Erik Bedard, 4 straight losses to open the year, looked terrible. 5th start, 7 innings, 1 run. All of a sudden, not so bad. Both these guys can be weapons in AL-only leagues. I don't doubt that, but both of them have track records of inconsistency. Both of them have major issues with staying healthy, and that's where the biggest rub is with both of these guys. It's a hit or miss situation with both of them. If you don't mind mixing and matching based on matchups, if you don't mind the bumps and bruises are going to rise, maybe you get something out of both of these guys, but be careful not to depend too heavily on either one of them. I have a feeling it's going to be a long 2011 season for both. I'm Ray Flowers, BaseballGuys.com. Thanks for joining me here on Friday on Around the Horn. Have a good weekend.